boundaries
Okay.
to really accelerate innovation and solidify America's leadership
Right.
in the global tech race.
But others are more hesitant,
Right.
more cautious.
Right. There are concerns about the potential impact on things like scientific freedom,
Okay.
ethical considerations, and the diversity of research funding.
Yeah.
Some worry that the focus on these specific technologies
Mm.
could come at the expense of other important areas of research.
So there's a worry that this focus on a select few fields could lead to a narrowing of research funding
Yeah.
and a neglect of other valuable research areas.
Yeah.
That would certainly be a loss.
Exactly. It's important to have a diverse and well-funded research ecosystem
Right.
for scientific progress. You don't want the pursuit of specific technological goals
Mm-hmm.
to stifle innovation in other areas. That could ultimately hinder progress in the long run.
That makes sense. So there's that concern about the potential narrowing of research funding.
Right.
What about concerns related to scientific freedom
Mm-hmm.
and the potential influence of political ideology on research?
That's a big one.
Yeah.
The executive order stresses removing ideological influences from science and technology.
Okay.
But that raises concerns about potential political interference in research funding and decision-making.
Mm-hmm.
Some worry that the administration's agenda could drive research priorities
Yeah.
rather than scientific merit.
So the fear is that decisions about which research projects to fund
Right.
could be based on political considerations
Mm.
rather than the potential scientific value of the research.
Yeah,
That would be a dangerous path to go down.
absolutely. Scientific research should be driven by evidence and objectivity,
Right.
not political agendas. It's important to safeguard the integrity of the scientific process.
And what about ethical implications? There's been a lot of discussion about the potential ethical challenges
Right.
posed by these technologies.
And the executive order doesn't explicitly address those ethical considerations,
Right.
which worries some people.
Yeah.
They fear that in the rush to achieve technological dominance,
Okay.
those crucial ethical questions might get overlooked.
So we could end up with powerful technologies
Right.
that haven't been thoroughly vetted for their potential societal impact.
Yeah.
That could lead to unforeseen consequences down the road.
Exactly. We need to ensure that these technologies are developed and used
Okay.
in a way that benefits humanity as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And that means having those tough conversations about ethics and responsibility. We can't just assume that technological progress is inherently good.
Yeah.
We need to be thoughtful and deliberate about how we develop and deploy these powerful tools.
And we also need to think about who is doing the developing and deploying.
Right.
What about concerns related to diversity in the scientific and technological workforce?
That's another valid concern. The executive order doesn't mention the importance of diversity and inclusion in STEM fields, and that worries people who are already working to address existing inequalities in those areas. They fear that this focus on certain technologies could inadvertently exacerbate those inequalities.
So there's a worry that this initiative, while well-intentioned,
Yeah,
could end up further marginalizing underrepresented groups in STEM fields.
that's right. We need a diverse and inclusive scientific and technological workforce to drive innovation and progress.
Right.
It's not just a matter of fairness, it's also a matter of ensuring that we have the best minds working on these critical challenges. If we exclude entire segments of the population, we're limiting our potential for innovation.
It sounds like this executive order has sparked a lot of important conversations within the scientific and technological community.
It just has. And those conversations need to continue.
Right.
This executive order is a call to action for everyone to engage in a thoughtful and inclusive dialogue about the role of science and technology in American society. We need to be talking about the opportunities and the challenges, the ethical implications and the values that we want to guide our technological progress.
It's a critical moment for science and technology in America.
It is.
And it's an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to those values of scientific discovery, technological innovation, and the ethical use of these powerful tools for the betterment of humanity.
Exactly. The future of American science and technology is at a crossroads.
Right.
The choices that we make today will have a profound impact for generations to come.
Wow.
We need to be wise, thoughtful, and deliberate in our approach.
Now let's talk about how the private sector is reacting to this executive order. I imagine there's a lot of activity.
You're right. It's been a whirlwind of activity.
Okay.
Businesses and investors are scrambling to position themselves to capitalize on the opportunities created by this new focus on American technological dominance.
Okay.
It's almost like a gold rush mentality.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be a part of the next big tech boom.
So companies are reassessing their strategies, forming new partnerships,
Right.
and seeking investments to ride this wave of government support for AI, quantum computing, and biotechnology.
That's right. They're realizing that this executive order isn't just about government contracts. Wow. It's about being part of a larger national push to dominate these emerging technologies. Okay. And that means there's a huge potential for growth and profit.
So what are some of the specific actions businesses are taking in response to this executive order?
Well, we're seeing a significant increase in research and development spending.
Okay.
Companies are pouring resources into developing cutting-edge technologies that align with the administration's priorities.
So it's a race to innovate.
It is.
To develop those next-generation breakthrough technologies.
Exactly. Companies understand that innovation is the key to success in this new landscape. They're investing heavily in developing new products, services, and solutions that will give them an edge.
And we talked earlier about the importance of partnerships.
Right.
Are you seeing an increase in collaborations in these fields?
Absolutely. There's a flurry of new partnerships forming.
Wow.
With companies joining forces to combine their strengths and expertise.
So companies are recognizing the value of working together.
Yes.
Of leveraging those complementary skills and resources.
Right. They're realizing that they can achieve more together than they can alone.
Good.
Collaboration is crucial for accelerating innovation, sharing risk, and accessing new markets.
And what about investment activity? Are venture capitalists and private investors paying attention to these developments?
They're definitely paying attention. We're seeing a surge in investment capital flowing into AI, quantum computing, and biotechnology.
Okay.
Investors are eager to get in on the ground floor of what they see as the next big tech boom.
So this executive order has created a sense of opportunity in these sectors.
It has.
And investors are responding accordingly.
That's right. The combination of government support, rapid technological advancements, and growing market demand has created a perfect storm for investment in these areas.
And are companies also engaging in lobbying efforts to try to influence government policies and funding decisions?
Absolutely. Companies are recognizing the importance of being politically engaged.
Okay.
They're actively lobbying and advocating for policies that support their interests and help shape the implementation of this executive order.
So they're trying to ensure that the rules of the game are favorable to their businesses.
Exactly. They understand that they need to have a seat at the table to make sure their voices are heard and their perspectives are considered.
Okay.
This is a high-stakes game, and they're not leaving anything to chance.
It sounds like the private sector is responding to this executive order with a combination of enthusiasm, urgency, and strategic calculation.
That's a good way to put it. There's a sense of excitement about the potential opportunities.
Okay.
A sense of urgency to capitalize on them quickly, and a healthy dose of strategic thinking about how to navigate this new landscape successfully.
It's an interesting moment.
It is.
It feels like we're on the cusp of a major technological shift.
Yeah.
And this executive order is acting as a catalyst.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're seeing a convergence of technological breakthroughs.
Right.
Government support and private sector investment that has the potential to reshape entire industries. It's an exciting time to be involved in these fields.
Yeah.
But it's also important to be mindful of the potential pitfalls.
Right. All this excitement and potential should be tempered with a dose of realism.
Yeah.
There are always risks involved with any major technological shift.
Right.
And we need to be prepared to address those challenges as they arrive.
Absolutely. We need to be thoughtful about the potential downsides of these technologies.
Okay.
Things like job displacement, privacy concerns, and the potential for misuse.
Right.
And we need to make sure that the benefits of these technologies are distributed equitably across society.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
It is.
But it's a conversation that we need to be having.
We do.
This executive order has brought those questions to the forefront.
Right.
And it's an opportunity to have a national dialogue about how we want to shape the future of technology in America.
That's a great point. This isn't just about technology, it's about values. It's about deciding what kind of future we want to create.
Okay.
And how we can use these powerful tools to benefit humanity. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
But it's also an incredible opportunity.
This executive order has certainly stirred things up.
It has.
And it will be interesting to see how it all plays out in the coming years. There's a lot of uncertainty, but there's also a lot of hope.
Yeah.
we have a chance to create something truly remarkable.
Right.
But it's going to require collaboration, innovation, and a commitment to doing what's right.
I couldn't agree more. The future is unwritten, and it's up to all of us to shape it.
Right.
If we can harness the power of these technologies while staying true to our values, we can create a future that is both prosperous and just.
Yeah.
That's the challenge, and that's the opportunity.
Well said. And on that note, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We've explored the executive order, its implications for businesses and investors, the reactions from the scientific and technological communities, and the broader societal questions that these technologies raise.
It's been a wide-ranging discussion.
It has.
But I think it's important to have these conversations. The more we understand about these technologies and their potential impact, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions about how to shape the future.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power.
It is.
And that's especially true in today's rapidly changing world. We need to stay informed, stay engaged, and stay ahead of the curve if we want to thrive in this new era of technological innovation.
I completely agree. And I encourage everyone listening to continue learning, continue exploring, and continue asking those tough questions. The future is ours to create.
Right.
And it all starts with understanding the forces that are shaping it.
Well said.
Yeah.
And that concludes our look at this landmark executive order.
Okay.
And its potential impact on the world of business and technology. We've covered a lot of ground, but this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Right.
Stay tuned for more in-depth analysis and insights as we continue to track the developments in this exciting and rapidly evolving field.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We encourage you to continue exploring these topics and to engage in the ongoing dialogue about the future of science and technology.
It's important.
Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.